like I was socialized with women, so I am always at every moment trying to like fix my angles, like no matter what. Like, God, I can't be seen like with neck rolls.
Well, I've been mewing lately.
What's that?
Never mind.
Wait, can I? Okay, wait. All right, wait.
Watch this. I'll show you what mewing is. Ready?
I don't know what it is.
Are you doing the Matt Ross?
No, he's.
I'm sucking my tongue.
When have you ever fucking seen me make that? You've ever seen me do that?
And then I'm sucking my tongue and I'm breathing through my nose.
He's trying to get rid
hot.
of his fucking underbite.
I got
overbite.
I got an overbite. I'm trying to get under. I'm trying to get.
Yeah.
I've been breathing through my nose and I've been mewing.
I have an underbite.
I'm gonna get
so
hot by the
embarrassing.
summer.
I want to kill myself. And okay, wait. I want to tell you two things. One about my underbite, and two. Wait, well, let me go back to this. It's Andrew Weber.
Aaron Weber.
Aaron Weber,
yeah.
So he was headlining the Creek this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I got done so dirty because I walked into Creek and I like walked up to, I can't remember this comic's name, and I was like, hey, what show is this? And he was like, oh, it's Filthy. And I was like, oh, great. I'm gonna walk into the green room because it's Filthy show. And so I walk in, I like stomp in there. There's like him. I don't know who he is, but there's always people on Filthy you
of
don't
course,
know
yeah.
or whatever. And you walk in, and I like open it, and they're all kind of just staring at me, and I go, what show is this? And they go, oh, it's Aaron's show. And I was like, oh. So sorry, and I ran out of the green room. I go,
yeah, that
and
sucks.
I looked at him and I go, I would never walk into a headliner's green room. They told me this was a different show, and I ran out. And I was like, you know what? Honestly, that's not even on me. I'm not taking responsibility for that.
No.
I refute responsibility, but I will leave.
Yeah, I can't believe that just happened. And then also, what I wanted to say about my underbite is that people now on the internet feel very comfortable to message me things to tell me that they think that are medically wrong with me.
Oh,
and
no.
Yeah. So one, everybody loves to message me right now and say, you know that you have a tongue tie. And I'm like,
what's a tongue tie?
like this, like
Yeah.
What?
I used to have that when I was
What
young.
is that?
it's basically like
That thing I
I
had.
need to get it cut or
that
something.
I had mine cut when I was younger.
Yeah, but I didn't see.
You're
like,
cut?
Yeah, I'm cut. Yeah. top and bottom, I'm cut. Yeah.
Yeah, which actually makes a lot of sense why no one can understand me when I start talking fast.
Do I have one of
mumbling.
those?
I mean, open up. Yeah.
I mean, you have
Do
one.
I have to
but
get it cut?
We all have
We
one.
all have one, but like mine, like if they saw this as a baby, like my parents were like poor 20-year-olds when they had me, so
Yeah.
I'm sure they were like, it's fine.
I got mine cut when I was like 16 because it kept getting stuck between my teeth.
What the
my
that
two front
happens to
teeth.
me. That happens
Yeah.
to me.
What is this?
It's a tongue
It's
tie.
the thing under your.
Yeah, but
fucking-
what does it do though? Like, does it mess up
Like your speech.
your
Well,
speech?
if
What about
it's-
like eating?
If it's no,
No.
if it's too.
I mean, I can eat.
It used to be
Sorry,
400
it used to be
fucking
400
pounds.
pounds. I
Yeah.
should have known that it doesn't mess up the eating.
Oh, it does not mess up the eating. And then also a girl messaged me the other day and she was like, hey, oh my God, I love your content so much. She's like, and I don't want to be that girl, but I'm a nurse and I'm pretty sure you have Graves' disease. And I was like, okay.
What's
And
Graves' disease?
I don't even, so I looked up the symptoms and I have none of the symptoms, but I'm assuming because I like talk with like my crazy eyes on my thing, it's like bulging eyes. And
That's crazy to get out of nowhere.
And so I messaged her, I go, oh, no.
That hurts.
And she goes, but I'm noticing that like you're really expressive with your eyes. And I was like, oh yeah, I mean like I've always had big eyes. It's like not a problem, but I don't think they're bulging out of my head. And if they are, please, if you think my eyes are bulging out of my head, like please say something.
I would let you know. I think.
I don't think they're bulging
No,
out.
they're not.
They're just big. And then I messaged her back and go, oh no, I just have big eyes and I talk on, like when I'm doing those videos online, I'm like being really expressive, obviously, because like people are like so stupid. It's like, yeah, if I sit there and I go like, no one's gonna watch it. You have to be big.
Right.
Yeah, you're acting.
Yeah, I'm an actor. It's crazy. You guys don't get that. And I messaged her back. Why? I mean, like literally, I found this.
Yeah,
by the
well,
way,
that's what I was wondering throughout this whole thing.
Well, I'm sick because I go into my request folder.
Of course.
I love, but I don't want them to know I go into my request folder because it's like, well,
it's
I didn't
off.
see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I see every single one. And I messaged her back and I was like, no, I actually don't have Graves' disease.
yeah. That's the funny part to me is that you felt the need to be like, so actually I looked up some of the symptoms.
I said that. I
don't have
that. And then she sent me a long one. She goes, no, because it's a thyroid condition. And she was like, no. And then, of course, I hear thyroid. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I do have it.
That's
'cause
why I
have
was
my
fat.
weight. Yeah. And then she goes, well, no.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, no, I actually do think you do have it because I just went back and watched all of your videos and I noticed that your face is much more puffy than it was a couple of months ago and blah, blah, blah. And I literally messaged her back and I go like, I hate to be like this, but I actually just gained weight. like last year I was on a very strict diet.
Yeah.
And I've just gained weight and I'm back in the process of losing it. So like maybe I have big eyes and I gained weight, but you're a fucking bitch. And then I saw.
Hey, I have a
and by the way-
diagnosis for you, sweetheart. You're a
Turns
bitch.
out you're medically a cunt.
and then she's. And by the way, if she ever sees this, like, I literally nothing but love because she is a nurse.
We're
and
gonna
she's-
clip this out.
And please clip it out. And
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
you. And but I did see her after I sent that. It was like typing, and then she just stopped.
So
But she was like
funny.
begging me to get my blood work done. And I was like, honey, I haven't been to the doctor in 100 years. I'm not gonna
That's
go now.
amazing.
That's so. It's.
You're doing such a classic. You're doing where you're getting a lot of message requests and you're responding to some, and in 6 months you'll go, why did I ever respond to any of these? But I love that you had a medical conversation.
I
with
mean,
somebody.
dude, the disrespect of going, I think you have Graves' disease is insane.
But you
Yeah.
know what? Everybody loves one of those stories that was like, I did have Graves' disease, and a nurse on TikTok
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
saw
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like, they would like, that's such
Yeah.
a good news story for
Yes.
her and me. You know, because then we could like,
Yeah.
'cause then we could be like reunited on like MSNBC. And, like,
yeah. It's a feel. It's gonna get 5 million views on YouTube.
Yeah,
and I
for
go
sure.
like, Julie saved my life.
yeah.
I owe my entire career to Julie. Without her, I would never be here. I would be dead.
It's like what started off as a fun videos
Yeah.
online ended with tragedy.
Yeah.
Dylan Carlino dies of Graves' disease. By the way, if you have Graves' disease, like you're gonna die.
Is that really what it's like?
Is that why they call it
I
Graves?
saw bulging eyes and I was like, you
Barely
fucking
looked
bitch.
it up. Yeah. That's it's one thing. It's one thing for somebody to be
fucking
like, you
bitch.
might be tongue tied or like you know whatever, but like to be like you have this thing and then you look it up and the first thing is like you have bulging eyes.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
It's like, hey, I think you have this thing. You look it up. It's like the first symptom is like tiny penis. You're like, what the fuck?
yeah. Also, people keep messaging me being like, what is on your face?
Oh my god, that's got to be the
It's-
worst.
You know what's funny?
You go, it's a mustache.
Yeah. Well, you know
Nice.
what's funny is that like I hate
sniper.
That
Bit of
was
a
great.
sniper.
That was good. That was good.
Josh is a bit of a sniper.
I'm a bit of a
Almost
sniper. It's an
sucked.
ongoing thing about here. Yeah, you
Friendly
know if you
fire.
listen to the podcast, but of course you don't.
No, but,
That would be crazy.
no, but I
That
do
would
see
be nuts if Dylan was.
No, but I do see you guys begging for people to listen to it on your stories, and I
Sorry, we don't have slave labor making us 6 clips a week, so we don't have.
Yeah,
to,
we actually don't. We're actually a. We're.
Tengu is part of our
Those
family.
tariffs are gonna
Yeah, those
really
tariffs are gonna
fuck your
fuck your.
clips.
Yeah, they're
I'll
gonna
tell you
fuck
that
your
much.
clips up when
You're
they
gonna
start
have to
going.
You're gonna have to start paying
20%.
way
Send
more.
him
You're gonna have to start paying
bonuses.
$6 a clip instead.
We said,
Maybe he can feed his family.
The problem is that these American scumbags are charging like $50 a clip.
I
as
know,
if
they're fucking
by the way,
stupid.
and they're like mechanics. That's not how much it costs.
No,
They're-
of
they're
course
just
not.
Doing
No,
it.
you can just go onto AI
They just-
programs
no,
and do it
you
yourself.
can't- Exactly, but I mean, like me and Colton can't do that. But yeah, people keep being like, "What's going on with your like? What's on your face?" And it's like clearly it's a birthmark.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
it doesn't. The birthmark stuff has ever bothered me because I don't know why. I forget I have it constantly.
You know who had one? Jimmy Collins had a birthmark in my high school, and it was brown right here, and it had little dots on it. Everybody called it his cookie, and girls thought he was hot because of it.
Oh, you know, girls. That you just burp.
I thought this was a boys' podcast. I didn't
Welcome back
realize.
to the Friendly Fire podcast, by the way.
I didn't realize.
We're
that.
fucking boy casting it.
Sorry.
We have a fart mic if you want to use it.
No, we don't. That is where I draw the line.
I'm just not into that kind of humor, but I'm just not.
Oh, I wasn't
No, I
trying to
think
be. I just had a burp, and I.
Would
just
you queef if you were a girl?
No.
No, if
he's
I-
made
if I
that
was
very
a-
I know,
clear.
I
No, if I was a girl
Yeah.
and I would queef, I would literally, and my boyfriend like pulled his dick cock out and I queefed, I would go like, I'm humiliated.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's completely normal and girls
Yeah.
shouldn't be humiliated by it, I would be the type of girl who would be.
Do you guys remember that time on the internet where there was like, I'm pretty sure there was like more than one girl on TikTok and Instagram who could just like queef on command? Like
Yeah.
she would just kind of
TikTok, honey, you're talking about my friends from high school.
like it would literally be like
Beatboxing
over
with
and
the
over.
I make
Yeah,
the
it was
pussy
crazy.
beatbox.
No,
Some girls
Is
can.
okay?
I
Is
know.
queefing because of a small dick?
no,
Or is it
that's
just air?
No,
That's-
but
is that a
I've
rumor?
heard multiple female comedians try to make that
Yeah.
a joke, and it's like, no, it's not. It's
Okay, 'cause
because
that makes me
air-
feel better.
It's because air got in your big cavernous pussy.
I don't think
Fucking
I
Lord.
No.
It's because your pussy's the size of a cave.
Don't talk about my girls like that.
I've had.
No,
I don't
that's
think,
not true.
I
I'm
don't think I've
joking.
ever
No, no,
not
no,
had a
fair.
girl queef, and then I heard it was because of a small cock, and I went, "Oh no!" Is this how I find out?
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I mean,
Because air gets in there.
I just don't like those types.
I'm an
of
airbender.
noises.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of an airbender.
I feel like
Your face went no.
I know the diaphragm of like is that what it's called? The Venn diagram of like
A Venn diagram.
The Venn diagram.
The Venn diagram. The Venn diagram.
Venn diagram.
Vietnamese, man. The Venn diagram.
A Venn diagram. That sounds like a name. A Venn diagram.
I feel like
you do your homework, Venn diagram.
I feel like there's like so many things that I have in common with you guys, and then there's like this whole other section where it's like when you guys start talking, I just go like, I want to kill myself.
About vaginas
That seems
specifically.
a bit extreme, but okay.
No, I don't. Yeah, I guess it was that.
Yeah.
but I do love vaginas.
Hell yeah. Have you ever touched one?
Yeah, he's fingered one.
But
during
yeah,
the
I remember.
pandemic.
Yeah, and during the pandemic, that was
Yeah.
He's good at it.
Was she a
too.
nurse?
He knows how
No.
to.
She should have been.
Why?
Give back.
Give back. Oh,
To the
yeah,
heroes.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah. Do you guys remember during the pandemic where we were all slamming our pots and pans?
I
When we were
never
doing
did
what?
that.
Doing what?
Like hitting their pots and pans, being like, "Woo, the nurses!"
Yeah.
Oh, I
first
saw a
responders.
YouTube video. I was in Mason City, Iowa. We had 4 nurses.
Oh, see, in Portland, I was in Portland, and every single night at like 7 p.m., people were doing it.
You
and-
could like literally hear it in the.
Oh, and I moved like multiple different neighborhoods, and people were actually doing it like well into like 2021, and everybody else stopped. We had like a neighbor who would come out at like 7 o'clock. It was like just them. We were like, let it go.
Yeah,
yeah.
hey, stop.
Like, are you a nurse? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, are
that's how you
trying
know
to-
that they're,
Yeah.
Did she break up with you? Did she break up with you?
Nurse, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he's trying to win her back every morning.
Yeah, yeah. Nurses are so hit and go, like some nurses you're like, this girl's the best girl in the entire world, and then some nurses you're like, get the fuck away.
I mean,
from me.
nurses, we've talked about this before, but nurses are all psychos. If you look at their phone,
It's like
dude,
hairdressers.
they have an album. Every nurse in their phone has an album that's just filled with the most horrific photos you've ever seen.
My ex was a nurse who I was with for like a year and a half. And I will say this, as far as nurses go, I met a lot of her nurse friends. Fucking idiots. She was very intelligent and like really loved doing her job and is like great at it. Also, a folder full of people with their faces blown off. Like
Every
it was
single firefighters, cops, and nurses all have a folder that's just like, it's a hidden folder, it's an album, and it's just like, yeah, this guy tried to shoot himself and he lived. And then you just see a guy without their
pictures.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like,
I promise if you go to the ER with a traumatic injury, somebody took a picture, whether they were the ones who picked you up or they were the ones who you got dropped off to, somebody took a picture of your shotgun wound.
And
I promise.
if you think if you're going in as a patient and you see a cop or a firefighter or a nurse pull their phone out, you're dead.
Dead?
Oh yeah,
The
they're gonna
people
take a
that I
photo
saw
of that.
pictures of, the guy who blew his face off that I saw a picture of survived. Unfortunately,
I knew a lot of firefighters in Fort Lauderdale, and the Bright Line. Do you know what the Bright Line is? Have you ever heard of that? It's like this train. It's like a bullet train that goes from it goes all up and down Florida, and it goes like 80 miles an hour. It's a fucking
fast.
unit,
Whoa.
and
It killed a lot of
kills
people.
so many people. And I have friends who have albums just nothing but the bullet train.
Yeah.
It's just, and you go, our tax dollars go to you. Our tax dollars go for you to your iPhone.
I can't look at that kind of stuff. I saw someone get shot in the head on Twitter like 7 years ago, and I immediately like deleted my Twitter. I still think about the way that their body dropped, like, and I'm like, it's sick to me. But I do love firefighters, and I really sometimes I like to walk by when they're all cleaning like because a lot of firefighters all they do all day is just like clean and like it's a lot of like cool guys, and I'll walk by and if they're all outside, I'll go, "Morning, boys."
Who's hotter, firefighters or cops?
Cops are like fat and gross, but the cops have no incentive to like.
Here's the thing. I think lady cops hotter than lady firefighters.
I disagree. I think
Men-
firefighters are hotter all around.
No, I think men firefighters hotter.
Yeah, well, they're so fun.
Yeah.
They're always like in such a good mood because everybody loves them.
Yes.
Well, I think lady cops are often just kind of like the I mean, this is like in your joke, that like tight bun, but they're like pissed, but they're cute. Whereas like a lady firefighter is a butch lesbian most of the time. I mean, look at LA. Everybody was
change a
pissed
tire.
off.
Yeah, she can change a tire.
Yeah.
If you see a firefighter that's a lady, you know she's like part mechanic.
I just want to work out with them. I just want to.
Yeah.
Be like, I wish I could be like, hey, can I just like come here and we'll all work out together?
Do some
like,
burpees.
Yeah, I
I'll
would
help you clean the truck.
Oh, I'll do whatever. I'll suck your cock.
You're like a Dalmatian for like the
I'm like,
station.
I walk. They go, "Oh, Dylan's here. Does anyone need their cock sucked?"
Guys,
You're like-
Dylan's here. Food will be ready in an hour, so hurry the cocksucking up.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, it's part of your community service.
Yeah, that's fine.
No edging today. The chili's going to be ready
No
in
edging
45
today.
minutes.
You know
so.
that there's a chef in each fire department.
Yeah,
that's like, I
they-
made chili for everybody in the
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. They have to take turns making it.
Yeah. And you go, oh, it's Dino's turn.
Yeah.
And Dino's
Yeah.
the man. Dino makes the best chili. He also loses in Squid Games, but I don't know if you.
You to me
Mr.
seem
Beast.
like you had a dream of being a firefighter.
I've thought about going back to being a firefighter.
I would do
going
it just-
back?
Going back, yeah, I was a firefighter.
No, you weren't.
No, I wasn't. But I
You
wanted
have
to
be,
take.
like,
I
in
wanted to steal Valley.
Don't
for
you have
sure.
to be like in incredible shape to be a firefighter?
Okay, well, I don't like that.
Well, no. I mean, like
That's equivalent to I think you might have Graves' disease.
No, I meant like you don't. Isn't there like to pass?
I don't think so. I think I could definitely do it.
No, I think it's really hard.
I could do it right now.
I think you
100%.
basically have to have abs.
Can we Google the? No,
I
there's no
think
way. There's
that
55-year-old men that are
I
fat.
think that you are capable of it. Do I think that right now you could just go in and
Yeah.
do it immediately? I'm unsure.
Let's Google physical
'Cause
requirements for a firefighter. USMC.
Well, but I don't
Not
know
USMC.
that.
Austin.
I don't know that. I think you have to think about like. I mean, not that you haven't done this, but you haven't done it in a long time. The mass amounts of gear you have to wear with the mask
that.
and be able to do all
Brother, I
that.
was in chainmail all week last night.
Okay.
Last week.
All right. Listen. So was I. And I don't think-
1.5 mile run, easy push-ups. How many push-ups?
But this
Minimum of
doesn't
12
say
minutes. I can do that easy, dude.
Oh, I can run for a lot longer than that.
The
30
competitive
push-ups and at 80 beats per minute. I can do. I
What's
literally
80 beats per minute?
onto a 5-inch prop. What does that mean?
Inverted
Minimum
rows.
is 30 inverted rows, side plank.
The
one.
hardest thing would be the stair climb, and it's like that's easy.
No, I'm literally on the stair climber every single day at the
Yeah,
gym.
I
And
do
carry
all of
weights,
this
and
at
I
the
carry
gym
weights.
other than run. You carry weights.
This
How
is
many?
also
7 pounds on each
This
side.
is also
10.
the stair climbing, hose dragging equipment.
Dude, I drag a hose every day. But
No,
come on, welcome back to the Friendly Fire
I was just about to
podcast.
say you have no experience dragging a hose.
I bet. Oh God, I would love. I need to have sex with a firefighter.
Yeah.
I bet you could. I bet there's a lot
there's
of
so many
closeted
gay- yeah,
firefighters.
there's gotta be gay
I'm trying
firefighters.
I'm trying to get away from the closet.
What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah,
the
that's
most,
probably healthy.
What's the
Yeah.
gayest occupation? Do you think? What occupation has the most gays per capita?
Hairdressers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nurses.
But
Dumb,
what about
dumb
like
question.
what about closeted gay? Like where you're like they're gay, but they're actually
Hey, they're everywhere.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
amongst
They're in
us.
every single company in America.
They're
Yeah.
like the dudes that got bit by a zombie,
Some
and
of
then they're
them-
trying to hide it from the group.
They're everywhere. You can't. Yeah, literally. They're. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
are.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
exactly what they are.
And then eventually they're just gonna be like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
It's like it's hot to hook up with them, but it's just not. I've like done it, so it's like
Yeah.
it's like boring at this. But you know what I mean? It's like now I want to like yeah.
Are there any? No, that would be a stupid question. Never mind. I was gonna say, are there any opposites that are like gay but also hook up with like secretly hook up with straight people? But that's not a thing. That would just be
That's
being
just a
bi.
bisexual
yeah, that's
person.
that's just being bi.
I think there's gay guys who are like willing participants in like threesomes with straight couples who are like are. I
See,
don't
that would
think-
make my tummy hurt. To like
Well-
to be like, I'm gonna butt fuck your boyfriend in front of you is crazy.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily what's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna butt fuck
Also,
you.
you have to remember that, like, I think gay guys, it's like we are a lot more, I think, open to crazier stuff because we had to, like, look at our dads and be like, I'm gay.
Yeah.
I
You've
fuck-
done the scariest thing you'll do in your whole life.
Like, I've looked at, my father knows, and my dad listens to my podcast sometimes. He knows that I'm, like, sucking cock. You know what I mean? Like, and if you're thinking, like, oh, well, I'm sure Dylan's dad is, like, a reader, like, philosopher, like, he's a Massachusetts roofer. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's a nasty small-town boy. You know what I mean?
You had to look into the eyes of the man who raised you, who you know has been homophobic in his life,
Yeah.
and go, I am a homo,
Yeah.
and you are phobic.
Yeah, no, he's fine with it.
Get
but
over it.
He's like, they're like Massachusetts small town where it's like, yeah, Rodney's gay. Okay,
Yeah,
whatever. We
right.
don't talk about it. He's at the bar. Okay, yeah, he's
Yeah.
not sucking cock in front of me. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
right,
yeah.
right.
Where I actually appreciate that the most. Where like guys are like, we love and accept you. It's like it's a little too much. You know what I mean? Where they're just
Yeah.
like they just don't care.
yeah, you got to break balls.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna go to his wedding. You know what I mean? Sure, am I gonna try to get fucked in the ass? Do I get it? No.
Yeah,
right.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'll go to church afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an offset. You got to go do it, and then I'm gonna go.
Exactly, and also, and everyone
10
puts
Hail
kind of-
Marys.
Even like but we're like Catholic in the way that it's kind of like we're going to church because like just in case.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
that's-
we
yes.
don't believe any of this shit, and we don't live our
Hey.
lives by it. But we're there on Sunday just in case the tally numbers come up after you die. I was there.
I've watched my dad go from all phases of like we are going to church every Sunday to once in a while just to make sure to now just full on like I grew up in a Catholic church. I'm fucking done with it.
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
been very fun to watch.
I remember
Because
when-
now he's just like takes Percocets and goes, I don't think anything's real.
I love that. You're
Just spaced off looking in the sky, being like, nothing matters.
We growing up, we had to go to a Catholic church we had to do like CCD and Sunday school and all that shit. And then like by the time I was in high school, it was like it had all been given up so badly. I remember the day I got my driver's ed test, and my dad was like at our house. The Jehovah's Witness came. He was just like nice kids coming to like whatever they do, witness. And they're like, "Sir, do you believe in God?" And my dad goes like, "You're not gonna believe how many times God has let me down." Like it's like, and then
He thought he was in a movie.
yeah, like my dad loves to like he'll fuck with somebody for like an hour. You know what I mean? He's like, they're like, "No, God's real," and he's like, "God killed my daughter." You know what I mean? You're like, this is a dad. Just like, come on, just let these kids go to the next house. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I even asked my grandparents. Like, I was like swimming at their pool a couple of years ago, and I was like, "Are you guys Catholic?" And they're like, "What?" And I was like, "We went to church every single Sunday." They're like, "No,
let's not.
we're having fun.
It's nice out.
Yeah.
And I go,
The grill is on. What are you doing?
Yeah, you can't talk about, hey, Jesus gets brought up with that grill out.
Yeah.
I go like, why did we go to church every Sunday? And she was like, it's just what you do.
Yeah,
It's just what you do.
Because I
builds
went to
community.
Catholic schools my entire life. Like from like I went to like a Catholic like nursery, like before even like being in like middle school and elementary school and through high school, but we were never Catholic. It's so weird how young you can be and be like, I was around and I was like, this kind of all seems like bullshit, doesn't it? Like, I was so young. I remember having an argument my freshman year, which means I was 14 years old, with another kid named Jake about whether being gay was a choice or not. And I was like, of course it's not. What are you talking about? He was like, oh, so you think God just makes people who were that way even though it's wrong? And I was just like, it's crazier looking back that he felt that way than I felt the other way.
Yeah.
Like to be like a 14-year-old and be like, I just started jerking off, but also being gay is a choice and a sin. It's like crazy.
It's also the choice. Whenever people are like, "Is being gay a choice?" I'm like, who would choose it?
Yeah, right.
You know who wouldn't choose it? Me. I'm a 6'5" handsome guy. I would be
Crushing
the
pussy.
fucking man if I was straight. If I was straight, I would be.
If you could throw a spiral.
Are you joking? Sometimes when I'm walking on the street, girls get excited before I start talking, and I go. If I was straight, I'd be Matt Ross. I would be like dogging girls out. Like,
Well,
no
Do you
other.
have a bit about this? That's
No, I
so
should.
fun.
You
That's
see
the
it
funniest
now, though,
angle, right? You
with all
just did.
Like with
Yeah.
all the women that you that like love your content now. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure you get those messages of women who are like,
I can change him.
just in case,
Yeah.
just in case you are actually not full gay.
I am getting those messages.
Yeah.
yeah, and they are. I also think that I'm hot to women.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
there's something
not to
about
men.
being pretty. There's something about being gay that women love.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, gay dudes are the funniest.
No, I think just physically, I think women think I'm a hot guy.
Yeah, you're 6'5" with a mustache.
Yeah, exactly.
You are.
Yeah.
You're
a perm.
there.
And then
They're like
that's my favorite
genetically
thing to do now.
predispositioned to be like, I want that guy to fuck me.
And then I'll just like, and then they're like, why? They're like, I go, hey girly, and they're like, hi.
Fuck. They're like, fine, he can be my friend.
God, I'm gonna fucking I'm
I've
gonna
been wanting one.
If I was a
so
girl,
it's
I'm gonna
would-
love his content on
If
Instagram.
I was a girl, I would not be the type of girl that would fuck gay guys.
Well, yeah.
Is that a
girls-
type of girl?
Are you
Yeah,
the
I would
girl?
never have had a closeted boyfriend. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be like, oh my god, like my boyfriend's like not fucking me. No. If I was, I'd be getting smashed. I would be getting like literally.
Can I tell you
down.
something? I am so happy, not only because you're my friend, I'm happy for your success online, but because you turned my favorite bit that you did into
I did it
content.
because of you guys.
I know. And there's a part of me that knows that and feels good about that.
Well, you guys were always like, you were like, it's my favorite thing that you do off stage, and I was like,
is.
and people don't realize like I've been saying it for
Yeah.
years. It's
So
been, like,
funny.
and I would just blah blah blah, and then it just like became fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there. It's such a good formulaic thing too, because you can do a joke. You're a comic, so you know how to make things funny, and then you have the formula right there. If I was a girl, blank 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 equals
Yeah.
blank,
Yeah.
and then it's so fun.
Yeah.
Because every time they're not unoriginal, which is great. Because every time you're like, oh, you don't even know what's gonna come.
And also, people were commenting being like, this isn't even real. Why am I like so hooked? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is literally how.
Showbiz, baby.
Yeah. Well, I've also only been friends with women for like up until I was like 23. So it was like, these are just how me and my girlfriends talk. You know what I mean? Like, I call them back home and I'm like, oh, how's blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, you wouldn't believe. You know what I mean?
Dude, I tried to do one of, you inspired me and I went, I'm going to do a pre-workout thought video. I'm going to be like, I'm booked up right now.
Can I just quickly say, have you guys noticed ever since I really started doing face to camera, a lot of
comics are doing it.
They're copying. Just saying.
I've
I don't get
noticed.
the credit. I don't get the credit.
I've
or the
noticed.
spots at Black Rabbit. But yeah.
Clip that.
Clip it out. I tried to do one and I filmed it and I went, I can't post it.
Yeah.
I edited it and I went, it's not funny enough. I don't have the thing. I don't have the thing.
I've done maybe 3 in my entire time of making content, and I've hated every one and I've deleted every one.
I just don't have the confidence for it. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I watch it and I go, because as a gay dude going, if I was a girl, it's so funny. As a guy, if I'm going, I'm booked up right now. Everybody be like, you're the gay one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I also just like, and whatever. I just don't want to. I just don't want to use my jokes.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
the
what I
best.
mean? Like,
yeah, that's the best.
And I'm watching.
Example.
I talk about this all the time, but it's like I watch comics. We all sit in green rooms and we talk about how influencers get huge, and they go on these theater tours that they can sell out.
Yeah,
and
we get mad at them,
and they don't even do comedy. They just like sit on stage and kind of just like chat and do Q&As, and we get pissed at them.
Yeah.
And instead of like being upset, why wouldn't we just
do what they're
doing, and then like. And then go on stage. Like, I've been doing stand-up comedy for 10 years. People are commenting, like, are you a writer? I'm like, I'm a stand-up comedian, you stupid bitch. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, it's like Che Durena, who we all know.
Yes.
Like he was doing comedy for a decade, and then he blew up doing like reaction videos on
to
TikTok.
hot girls, and he grew up, and he has the best. He has the best audience.
His
now
audiences are super fun, and he gives them a great show because he's good at stand-up. Because he did it for a decade before he got a following. And those people might not come out because they saw his stand-up, but when they leave after seeing his stand-up, they're like, he's a good stand-up.
Also,
like,
they don't need to necessarily see your stand-up. They want to, if they like you, they will buy tickets. You know what I mean? Like, that's it.
for sure.
Yeah.
And that's why we will all be huge stars. I will have my sea of women. You'll have your military vets, and then we have the gay guys that all go to Matt's show, and that's really beautiful.
And we'll do a theater tour, and it'll be chaos in the audience.
We'll do a theater tour. It'll be your women Matt, trying to hit on his military men trying to beat up my gay guys. It'll be all fun.
And the girls
Go
trying to protect
defending
them.
it. Yeah. And then
being like, boys, stop it. Yeah.
Matt, if we did co-headlining gigs around the country, we would have the wildest shows ever.
You guys would sell out arenas.
Yeah.
It would be the
like,
Eras tour.
But it's actually funny because it's like we kind of are inverse of each other.
Yeah.
Which is like so funny because it's like, why do you have all these gay guys following you and I have all these women? It's kind of like can't be switched. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
It is very interesting. Yeah.
I want
Matt
either
hates
of
when
those.
we talk about it. Matt hates when we bring up his fan base.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he
like,
does. You can tell he gets like, they're not all gay. They are. And they are.
They're not all gay.
Go on his page. Every single clip is, how is that a gay market?
I will say this. Okay.
The next clip. Well, why can't the homies just kiss? He's mad. He's mad. Do you guys see he's mad? He's fucking pissed.
I don't like having my stand-up reduced down to gay baiting, but yeah, that's fine. Whatever you want to do, man. Whatever makes you feel good.
I shit my pants the other day, and I have a video of it. Do you want to see it?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
Absolutely not. What the fuck are you talking
I know. I
about?
was just trying to bail you out. I was trying to be a good co-host.
Yeah, no, that was nice of you. I like.
You can cut that out. I apologize.
There's a lot.
I
No, I
thought you
don't
would
give a
laugh
shit.
and fun, but I understand that you're sensitive, so it's okay. Sorry for bringing it up.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Ariel took this video. I walked yesterday. We were walking the dog. I was loaded up on pre-workout. I had ate 5 oranges. And I went to the gym, ate 5 oranges,
That's
had pre-workout.
That's crazy.
I know.
He has no
I didn't-
self-control.
No. Yeah.
I was
You really
craving.
don't.
I was craving sugars and carbs, and then I farted and I pooped my pants, and then Ariel took this
I'm
video,
gonna tell you
and it
something.
is the funniest
I
video.
need you to hear something from me.
Yes.
Can you look me in the eyes? You are with your girlfriend. You're batting so high above your range. You can't be shitting your pants. Like your girlfriend's the type of pretty that you can't be. Like you are gonna lose her if you keep shitting your pants. Like that's not okay. She's like pretty in the way that's like, kind of like guys like you don't realize like she's the type of girl that like 6'5" dudes with abs will rail into submission. You know what I mean? And you are
Yeah, but
shitting your
also-
pants on walks.
It's so funny because
Yeah, but I'll emotionally connect with her.
the information.
You're lesbian. You're lesbian.
Yeah.
You're in a lesbian relationship. This is so lesbian. You just kind of look like a masked lesbian, and she's kind of like, yeah, my name's Barbara. Everybody calls me Wire.
I have, you know what's funny is I've dated 3 girls who are bisexual, and I think it's because I'm an in-between.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, it's like I've batted above what my range should be my whole life, and I think it's because I get with these bisexual. Ariel's not bisexual, but I think it's because I get these with bisexual ladies where they go best of both worlds. Androgynous man is kind of the best world.
I think every girl's a little bit bisexual.
I also think that I think that girls will always fuck down and not. Guys only fuck. I feel like guys only fuck up.
That's
Straight
not
guys
true.
only fuck up.
No, they don't.
You don't think so?
Men cheat down. Men will. Men.
Yeah.
Men.
This is
good. This is
men
good.
fuck women. Okay, men are disgusting, and men will. If men cannot have sex with even. And I hate to say this word, and I heard this on Guys We Fucked, and I really do believe it, is that the hardest group of people that has it out there is ugly women. And that is true. Like, they have it the hardest. And listen, like, whatever, everything's subjective, but like, men are so disgusting that they will let gay guys suck their dick because they can't get, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you're going like a whole other gender. You know what I mean? Like, that's how desperate you are. That's how down they go. Women will date somebody who's 400 pounds and be like, he's hilarious. And that's what's infuriating about it.
That's a good point.
Yeah, like a smoke show, like a gorgeous girl with a good personality will date like a pig because they're like, no, but he listens.
Well, yeah, because she has like empathy. Men are just like, what do you look like, you old bitch? Sorry, you're done.
Yeah. You're expired.
Can I show the video of me running with shit in my pants now?
I would literally. I'll sleep.
You
show Matt.
I want to see it because I know you want to show it.
It's not gross.
Why did you send? What group chat is this from?
Why are you running?
The family one. Look at this is me. This is the jog back.
It's literally just Josh. I've never seen you run before. Is that how you always run?
No, that's because there's poop in my pants.
That's crazy.
Probably cut this whole part.
I for real don't remember I don't think I've had a situation like that in.
Where you've ever sharted? You've never sharted? I'm not purposely shitting my pants. It was a shart.
Of course not.
First of all, I wasn't like, hey babe.
I have more control over my body than that.
Well, you don't load up on citrus the way that I do.
Well, you know what? I actually never.
It's true. I've never eaten half a dozen oranges.
Well, they're mandarin oranges, to be fair.
I don't shit my pants because, and I can tell you this, and this is because it's like trained practice. Is that I didn't want shit at school in high school because I was scared of the men's bathroom and the boys' bathroom because I was scared of boys because I was gay and everyone knew I was gay, and I was like I'm not gay, so I wouldn't go into the bathroom, and so I would just hold my shit all day long, so I'm good.
Yeah, I would do the same thing, but I wasn't afraid.
You weren't out in high school, right?
No,
but everybody knew.
Yeah,
we can always tell.
Yeah,
I have the memory of a friend of mine who now, is out, has an older boyfriend. I think they might be engaged now. Like,
you could have just said boyfriend. Older.
Well, they might. Well, he is. Like, it's just like a very whatever. And
like it made it worse.
And I have known this kid since first grade. In my mind, he was always gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like a massive, like, he's bigger than me, massive, like 6'5" black dude, always been gay.
Oh, plot twist.
Yeah.
Wasn't picturing 6'5" black guy.
Always been gay.
Oh. Yeah.
And it's just like, how did I know that in first grade?
The way he shot a basketball, the way he threw a football.
Yeah, he did play basketball and he sucked.
You can tell. There was a kid that I grew up with, same thing, and you went, well, why is it that you only want to play two-hand touch?
Well, also
you don't want to tackle.
It's that one thing where you like don't 100% realize that what you're doing is
two-hand touch,
and so like you're a kid and you're like, I'm like everybody's a kid. You know, when you're a kid and then you start going through puberty and then you really start noticing the differences, and then people are kind of like, who's this faggot?
Did you play sports in high school?
No.
You would have been like a really good tight end. Like that. This isn't a punt. This isn't a punt. You really would have been like a good tight end. You're built like a
Travis Kelce.
Yeah, you're built like a. Yes, he would have.
No, he wouldn't.
He's built like one. He's 6'5".
Gay guys can't catch well.
That's true.
They can't.
If you would have honed in on that, you're built like a tight end.
Gay guys don't have good hands. They don't.
Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham's not gay. He might be bisexual.
Yeah.
You can tell by his hair, but other than that,
gay guys aren't good at catching. Who is good at catching? Matt.
Soft hands, brother.
Not
That's
what
fun.
I meant.
They actually.
I know what you meant. You guys are good at catching in a certain, depending on how you define that term. Yes, obviously, most gay guys are good at catching.
Not me.
But
Never bottoms.
never catched, not once. In
Never
your
bottom.
life.
Now is that a?
You've
is that
never bottomed.
Now
Not
is
once.
that
You've
sort
never
of like a? Is that
I've
sort
never
of like a
even-
thing that you can brag about to like
No, I
gay
think
guys?
when I tell gay guys that, they're like really sad for me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah,
Okay,
nobody's
okay.
happy for me. They're begging me to bottom.
See, I
Yeah.
feel like it would be the opposite. Like with men, if you find out like your girl's never like a girl's never been fucked, you'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
But as a guy, you go the opposite.
As an adult, I actually disagree.
I agree. Actually,
If
you know
I
what?
started dating a
No,
woman
I
and
disagree.
she was
Actually,
like,
no,
I've
that's
never
it.
had sex, I would be like,
Why?
well, it's not going to be with me.
Yeah, I agree. I
I'm
do
not
think
gonna
that
crack
men,
this seal and
men
find
in
out what's in
general, though, I
there.
mean, there's a whole religion that's based around the idea of jihad, like jihadism. It's like you kill
There's
yourself
a
and get 72
certain-
virgins.
There's a certain
Subgenre.
There's a
It's like-
certain type of, and I hate using this word, but it's a very like toxic way to think of like virgins are hot. It's
Yeah,
a very
I
gross
agree.
Yeah,
way
it's-
to think.
I agree.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
To be like, I want a virgin. It's like, okay, you're
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
a, safe,
yeah,
you're not
yeah.
a safe person.
Well, and this is you're not a safe
You're gonna,
person.
the thing
I'm
that's
gonna
taught to you
flip
is
her.
that she's a virgin. The thing that's taught to you is that she's like 14. You know what I mean? Like that's what you like.
Yeah,
They're,
yeah.
they're
It's a
masking
loophole.
it.
I
Yeah, they're
also-
masking it. Like, oh, really? You think it's so hot that she's a 30-year-old virgin?
Yeah,
No, you like that
exactly.
she's like, I'm 12.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
you
right,
suck.
well,
right.
I also think it's like a lack of confidence thing because you go like, I remember being like insecure about like the fact that I thought that I was gonna be like bad at sex or something when I was younger when I hadn't had sex and I've learned
You
some girl
can't
had been, like,
disappoint a virgin. She's never
exactly.
fucked
That's
before.
the thought that I think people have too. It's like, oh, she won't know that I'm bad at sex.
If you're making a burger for somebody who's never eaten one, you're
Yeah.
not really worried about how they think
All of
about
it's-
it. They've never had a good one.
all of it is gross. No
Yeah,
matter
it
what,
is
all of
gross.
it is gross.
I
Yeah.
also would say, like, I think if you guys, I think if my friends, I don't know if my friends, do you guys think I'm fucked up?
No.
I
Like,
think-
what type of way?
little
I'll tell you
bit,
this.
yeah.
I think that if
never
people
thought about
knew
that,
how closed off I am to romantic stuff,
Yeah.
it'd be like, it's actually scary.
Well, when was the last time you had a boyfriend?
I've never had a boyfriend.
Oh yeah, right. I've heard that. Yeah.
When was the last
that
time
was
somebody's
kind of
asked
the
you
point that I
to-
was trying to get
To be their boyfriend.
I've never been asked. No one's ever asked me to be their boyfriend.
Have you ever asked another man
I've
to be their
never
boyfriend?
even. I've had one situationship with a guy who we were best friends for like 2 years, and then we kind of dated for 3 months. That he was like straight or figuring out his sexuality, and it was very tumultuous. And so I don't even really count that. But that's the only thing I've ever really had.
Well, he wasn't straight because he was in a situationship with you.
That's true. But there was
Yeah.
also whatever. But I don't know. I'm not gonna like label him or whatever. But
Right.
yeah.
Except he's gay. But yeah.
No, exactly.
I'm not gonna label that
he's got a
gay
nice.
guy.
I'm not
he's
gonna
got a nice
label that.
girl. He's got a nice girlfriend.
All right,
yeah,
bisexual.
Whatever. Oh, whatever he is, I don't care.
Anyways,
and
yeah.
He's dead to you, is what
like
he
here's
is.
what I mean. Like I got asked to do a better, like not a better podcast, but a bigger podcast, literally
Okay.
called Bad Dates. And they're like, "Can you pitch us some of your bad date stories?" And I literally had to tell my manager, I haven't been on a date in like 4 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Isn't that bad?
Yeah.
That's bad.
I
I don't know how to date. That's my problem. I like when I say like, "Oh, I've never bottomed." It's like, yeah, I'm so emotionally closed off from that part of my life.
Just get your butt fucked.
No, I don't think that's
gonna
the key.
fix it.
I don't think that's
gonna fix
I don't
it.
think that's the answer.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think. I'm glad that we're on the same page.
I go, that's not. I don't think that's gonna help.
I don't think getting your butt fucked is.
You
gonna
never
be
know.
the-
I know. Well, I'm actually working at the gym every single day tirelessly on getting a fatter ass, and
Yeah.
then I think once I have a good body, I'm interested in doing it. But until then, no.
I have tips.
Yeah,
You gotta make sure your hip flexors get tight.
yeah.
I have tight. I have anterior pelvic tilt.
Great.
all you ever
great.
talk
I
about.
know,
Great.
but
You
I'm
gave him an
saying
excuse
it's.
to
I'm
fucking
trying
talk
to.
about it.
I'm trying to give you a way in. You want to join the dumpy?
You talk about your fat ass like your girlfriend bends you over and fucks you with a plastic toy.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
you know
like,
what?
honest to God. Yeah.
You're talking about
You
it
know
so
what?
hard.
She wouldn't do that to me.
Yeah,
I know
'cause
she
she would
wouldn't.
lose all respect for you.
Yeah.
That's so funny about girls that they're like, I want to peg my boyfriend, and then they do, and they go, I can never look at him the same.
Yeah.
That's what I love about women.
I can't
I've heard-
imagine. Is that a thing that women want to do?
Yeah, I
I feel
think
like
some
I
women.
feel like it would have to be the opposite. I feel like a
Yes.
man wants to be like.
It is. But I have heard more than one woman talking about another situation where they pegged their boyfriend and then like ended up breaking up with him, and I'm just like,
Why
yeah,
can't-
I get it. You like lost respect for him.
Because they don't want to see their boyfriend like, oh,
Yeah. There's something about
oh
a
my
man.
God, fuck, Stephanie, you're fucking the shit out of my ass. Stephanie Marie.
You go with the middle name is crazy.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
And then you get done and you slap her ass.
Yeah. Nice one, babe.
Anyways, I was thinking that we could make a frozen pizza tonight.
That actually would be so funny to be like fucking your boyfriend and be like, you like that baguette? Like, so good.
He's like, you stop. You know I'm insecure about that.
Yeah.
you don't.
That's great. Yeah.
Do you remember when Kanye got hit with the finger in the booty ass bitch?
No.
This is like a cultural moment.
I'm someone who like literally could not care less about Kanye. I genuinely I don't like his music. I don't like his the way he talks. This was like what's her name? Who's Amber Rose? Went like super. This is like how I figured out that dudes are doing this because I guess she was dating Kanye West like 2008, 2007.
Yeah.
And then broke up with him and then tweeted, she replied to him and said, yeah, I know you liked it. #, finger in the booty ass bitch. And it went insanely viral on Twitter.
That's why you have to like overshare what you're into as a public person, I think, because then if you have anybody do anything to you and bet now you're the guy. If you're fine about it, if you're like, I like a finger in my ass, it's like nobody can hurt you that way.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I 100% agree with you. I think about this all the time because I think what our gift as comedians is if you have it, like, I'm not embarrassed whatsoever for like anybody, my parents, anyone I went to high school with to know that I like, I'm like loving sucking cock, edging, all this crazy stuff, hooking up with random strangers. I don't care. That doesn't embarrass me. What would embarrass me if you guys knew that I like had feelings for somebody?
Oh wow!
But, and I would never share that.
This is dark.
Have you ever had feelings?
That was a really dark statement. Yeah,
that's how I really feel. Like,
who's the last time you had
actually? I
feelings
remember that one guy I had feelings for. I remember being like, "This is humiliating."
Well, it's because you're vulnerable. You don't like being vulnerable.
I hate being vulnerable.
When's the last time you were vulnerable? When's the last time you did something for the first time? When's the first time you've done something for the last time? The last time you did something for the first time?
What was the last time I did something for the first time? I don't even know. I'm like very closed off.
You have to go skydiving.
I would rather kill myself.
I'm very scared of heights. I've been skydiving. It's exhilarating.
Did you feel like
it
did it help you grow as a human?
No, of
Don't
course
do it,
not.
then.
The fuck are you talking about? But it is a cool thing.
Overcoming your fear.
So it was a thing.
Building confidence.
I will say, it was like a scary thing that I did, and it was really fun. And then I did it, and then I'd done it. A bunch of my friends.
That's how I feel about getting a finger in my butt.
I went. It's like
I know I could skydive. It's not like that.
Yeah,
like that
you're
to me is like
capable.
I'm like it doesn't do anything.
What
for
scares
me.
you?
What scares me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Taking my shirt off in front of a hot guy.
Do it.
Oh, they don't see any here.
Welcome back to the Friendly Fire podcast. Dylan's on a roll.
Dylan doesn't think I'm hot anymore.
Well, yeah, you lost your sparkle.
Matt
Everybody.
no. Listen, I started a rumor that people have really perpetuated, which is Matt Ross isn't hot anymore. And when people ask what happened, you go, he lost his sparkle.
Yeah. But you know what's actually really funny is that people I thought it went away, and then somebody would be like, "I heard something about you," and I'll be like, "Is it that I'm not hot anymore?" And it's always that.
Yeah.
And what people have started, people have started to dissect it, and they went, "Well, I think maybe it's just to Dillon because he did used to think you were hot, and then he got to know you." And that's exactly what happened.
They went. It's your personality.
If you go back to my first appearance on Some of This Is Bad,
I'm like
it's
in
you
love
and
with Matt.
Colton
I'm like,
just
oh my god, I'm like, oh my god,
me
Matt's
for an
so
hour.
cute. Also, you're a lot fatter in that episode.
I know.
Really, I know because I rewatched the clips and I was like, oh, Matt was a beefy boy when I first met him.
I was probably 10, 15 pounds heavier then.
Yeah, you carried it in your face.
I know. No, I do. Yeah.
It looks like you have Graves' disease or something.
I get it in my face. I get it in my love handles.
No, you know what's funny is that I was
tits.
watching it and it was so uncomfortable because I can tell that in that episode I think you're hot, and that but that's what all crushes are or whatever. You think someone's hot, you get to know them, and then we become friends. And I'm like, ugh, fucking Matt Ross.
Yeah, exactly.
People go like, you don't think he's hot anymore? I go, he's a dog.
And I like that you don't think I'm hot anymore. It makes me more comfortable.
Yeah, of course. Well, it's one of those things where it's like I think guys are hot, and then you hang out with them, and you're like, I wouldn't even let you around my niece. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even have a not
all
you.
Right, well, that's a little crazy.
But like,
yeah, you pedophile.
No, that's not what I meant.
I don't like the implication
I said
of that
niece for
statement.
comedic effect, but like I've had girlfriends reach out and be like, Matt Ross, and I message him back and be like, I wouldn't leave you in a room alone with Matt Ross. I was like, I love him. I love you so much. But I go, it wouldn't happen because they would fuck you and they'd fall in love with you, and then I'd have to deal with the consequences. And so I was like, we can't happen.
I can accept that.
Yeah.
I can accept that.
Yeah.
Josh, I go, Josh, go away for a weekend with him. Josh, go away with his
He'll shit his
girlfriend.
pants on a walk.
It's fine. He shits his pants with his wife with a fucking girlfriend. That's happened a lot.
I mean, Dylan and I have said this one time about you, that we think that you make girls fall in love with, like, you'd be the type of guy that like would hook up with a girl one night and then just like kiss her on the forehead in the morning and be like, it was a really great time.
in the morning.
I said this. I go, this is classic Matt Ross. This is how I picture you with your hookups. All right, so you like go home with them. You like fuck this shit out. You guys have like great sex.
Okay.
You wake up the next morning. You're like cuddling. You like kiss her on the nose, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go to work. Like you're so special to me, and you like leave, and you just never talk to her again.
and then she wants you to spend the night that night, and you go over there again, and you start hanging out with her, and then you go, I can't spend the night. And then I
wouldn't have spent the night the first time.
Yeah.
Zero chance.
But then in her head she goes, if the second I get him to spend the night, he's mine.
You do seem to me like a guy that girls like try to wrangle.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I don't know how to respond to this. It's very uncomfortable. But yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I will not spend the night though.
Would you kiss her on the forehead first date? If you met her? Because I
don't know.
I think that once you've hooked up with a lady, she texts her friends. She's like, I think I met somebody last night.
I was sucking somebody's dick recently, and he kissed me on the cheek, and I was like,
after?
During.
He bent over?
Yeah.
He got all the way down there.
He pulled me up.
Oh, I was about to say.
If he pulled you up and then kissed your cheek?
Yeah,
well,
he was whispering something in my ear.
It's because his dick was just in your mouth.
Yeah, you don't want to be gay. I'm not gonna be gay about it.
Gay and kiss you after his dick was in your mouth. That's fucking.
So
that's
funny.
weird.
I thought that was cute.
Yeah,
but
you should date him.
No, definitely not.
No.
Definitely
Yeah,
not.
if he kisses you,
guy.
no, that guy's a psychopath.
No, I don't think. I went to a psychic one time that told me that I'm not going to be in a relationship. She was like, we did all this career stuff, and she was like, oh my God. She's like, your career is going to be incredible. I go, what about? She goes, should we do love next? I go, yeah. And she goes, it's not going to happen for a while. That's fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm also not like. I actually do feel like we watch a lot of our friends kind of mess up their careers due to like the stuff on the side with their girlfriends and boyfriends.
Yeah,
like they're so invested in that kind of stuff that like they
having kids.
No, I mean like just like the
think that's
drama
a big-
of every day, you know.
sure.
I think that.
I mean, having a kid is a really tough thing to balance with
I
how
think.
much time comedy takes.
Because then you might take
for
opportunity.
sure.
It might not be big term, but it's like little things add up. You know, you say you don't go out that one night, and that one night could have been the night that you met so and so. That could have meant that.
I
this
found
and
a
this and
dog
this
on
and
the
this
side
and
of the
this.
road, and I've decided to keep it. But for the last 30 days, have been literally be like, how am I going to keep a dog and do stand-up comedy? Like I literally
that's
that was
why
my
I don't
only
have
concern.
one.
Exactly, but then my lesbians were like, we'll watch it, and I was like,
Right, that's it. Like Josh has a lesbian at home.
I have,
Yeah,
I have two lesbians at home.
Yeah.
One's a Navy SEAL.
One's a Navy SEAL.
We watched Apocalypto
One's an
last night. Have you guys
artist
seen
with
that
OCD.
fucking movie?
no.
No. No.
About the Native Americans. I can give you a fucking breakdown. It's about the Mayan tribe going and like destroying.
Okay, wait. Are they Mayan or are they Native American?
No, they're Mayan. 100%. The show is
so
Mayan.
they're not Native Americans.
No, they're in South America in the Mayan. They're in where the Spanish Inquisition. It's like it's about the Spanish Inquisition. These dudes running around.
What even is the Spanish Inquisition?
That's when you get
Spanish
kissed in
people
the cheek
being
after
curious.
sucking a guy's cock. You know that's a Spanish.
I don't even know what it is.
Because they do that. Don't Spanish dudes? Isn't this the thing with Spanish? They're
Why
from
are you
Spain.
pointing
Why are
at
you
the
pointing
brown
at
guy?
Because he speaks Spanish.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
Spaniards have a lisp.
They do the thing where they go.
me gusta las hombres.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go. They have a th in it.
Do you think they're better than people because of that?
Maybe they think they're better. But
Do you guys make fun of them behind their back?
No, not really.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is there like a southern accent for like being like a Spanish accent? Like if you're speaking Spanish, is there like a way that you go, that guy's like from the south, like we can do this?
Yeah.
Different regions have different dialects. Yeah.
Yeah. What's is there like a stereotype though for Spanish?
I mean the
What's like a stereotype?
How do we go from
One second, I'm
cock
just
to
curious.
speaking
we
Spanish?
went
I wanna
from
know.
sucking cock to Apocalypto to different regional dialects of Spain.
But I want to know like what's like the one where you go, oh, like their country. Is there like one like that everybody makes fun? Or like British. We all go, hey, British, fucking piece of shit, fuck me back.
I not really. Just the difference between like Puerto Rican and Dominican and the rhythm that you speak.
the rhythm that Dominicans got to go crazy with it.
Was this worth it?
Well, I thought, you never know. Hey, listen, we're potentially mining something. Sorry, guys, didn't mean to not to bring something up for 2 minutes in the hour and a half long podcast. Next time, let's talk about getting our butts fucked.
I'm kidding.
I do want to say it's been so nice to spend quality time with you guys with Matt not on his phone. It really has been like so nice. I thought like, wow, this would be so nice if we did this more often.
All right, I didn't care for that at all.
No, I'm saying that I like hanging out with you, and I wish it wasn't. I wish we were all.
Well,
We should get him a Yonder bag.
So here's the that's fucked up.
You are on your phone a lot.
I am on my phone a lot. That's true. But you and I, or us three, we don't just like hang out.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. Is like you're talking about like in a green room for half an hour when there's a million other things going on, and I go, do I want to listen to Brandon Lejeune talk about the Luka Doncic trade, or do I want to look at my phone?
True.
You know what I mean?
I'm clearly talking in that situation. You know, I'm clearly talking over Brandon Lejeune. I'm not asking you to listen to Brandon Lejeune. I'm asking you to talk to me.
I think that literally happened at Creek's game. You came. I remember like a week ago we were talking. They were doing something in the middle. Then you came. We were across. Do you remember this? You were talking from the corner. And then you went, I don't care what they're saying. You came.
Well,
and
there was
sat
somebody
it
who walked in the green room that I was like, I got to get away from this person.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh,
And
now I know. Now I need to know.
No, you're
that's
fine.
okay.
We'll talk when the cameras are off, baby.
Yeah.
We should. But anyways, Apocalypto. The movie, Mel Gibson directed this movie. It's about these Native American dudes, or I guess it's this Mayan tribe comes into like a smaller like local tribe and like abducts them and like brings them to get sacrificed to like this big thing. It's really fucking sick. Jack and I were watching it the whole movie. That we watched it last night on the big screen. It's like 3 hours. And at the very end, Jack just went, that fucking ruled. And it was so funny to watch him after 3 hours.
His one take.
His one take was
as a Boston.
Yeah,
idiot,
it was that fucking ruled.
that fucking ruled. Yeah.
And then now he's been watching breakdowns of what the scenes mean.
Yeah.
He's literally a genius with poker now, and it's scaring me.
Yeah.
He makes me throw out. He's got these charts. He does poker. He's trying to become a professional poker player, and I think he's like really close. He's been making me go like, he would just be like, throw out a random suit of 2 cards, and then I'll tell you the probability of winning that hand with like this thing, and I'm doing it, and he's just like regurgitating, and I go, I don't care, dude. I don't have enough drive or care to do something like that.
Well,
You ever see somebody who does something that they like and they're passionate about, and you go, the only thing that I'm like that about is like this, and you can't do. You can only do it once a night, twice a night, type of thing. You know what I mean?
You do it every night. That's the thing. Is like there's a payoff to it. Like Jack was already into poker, and then he started making a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I told you like if you wrote a couple more hours a day, there's a chance you could make $2,000 tonight. You would probably write for a couple more hours a day.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck.
Sorry, the last 3 minutes I thought like this is so boring.
Yeah. Dylan was
Well,
like,
that's why we're. That's why.
I go. I'm on this podcast. We've had such a good time. And then now Josh is explaining movies.
wait. I want
and talking about his roommate who's not here and how he's addicted to poker. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
I want to bring something up now, just to double back to the phone thing, because I've been thinking about it since you
God.
said it. No.
You're so defensive.
You want to know? No. I need to bring this up. You want to know the last time that we hung out, and I know for a fact I wasn't on my phone very much, was game night, and you were a real drag.
I know. Well,
you were a real drag.
But you have to understand this about game night. Once we went to game night, which like I didn't want to go to, but I had to go to, because when you keep getting invited by your friend group to do things and you say no every single time, eventually they are like, Dylan never shows up. Don't even. Like with tennis, I stopped going so many times that I don't even get the text messages anymore.
For sure.
And now it's humiliating for me to be like, can I come to tennis? So I don't. And so I went to game night, and what you have to realize is like when you're in a group of friends and you're all kind of hanging out for the very first times, we're all playing a character, and we all assigned a character that night. Like your character that night was know-it-all. And so, and so for me, I was playing kind of like bitchy gay guy who doesn't want to be here.
See,
and by the way, was killing with people. Like, I was getting big laughs at game night.
Getting pops.
And Matt was like, look it up.
No, look it up. This is all gay. This is all a gay drama that you have in your head. I don't think everybody else felt that way.
Yeah, no.
I don't think everybody was playing a character.
Bianca and Spencer, they're playing hosts. They were playing. We're hosting game night, and we have Roth there, who's.
The token minority.
Which, by the way, like I'll be honest, like we got there and it was like, oh, very clear that like this was like a fun
couple.
thing. and then Ralph wanted to come and they were like, we have to invite Dillon to kind of break it up. And so it was very interesting. I'll say that. And I felt like I was put.
Well, I'm kind of sad that I didn't get an invite, by the way. What the fuck was I was in Florida.
You were gone.
I was backed into a corner.
No, so here's the thing. Here and
with Ralph. They went next game, spin the bottle, game night.
I've never.
Well, no, I buddied up with another mean girl at the party, and we kind of really dominated people.
So, except for in the games. So,
Yeah, well,
I want to say this. I've never done like a game night or anything with you, but I think I know your brain enough, and that his behavior would have pissed you off. When you're all involved in a game night and you've all agreed to go to a game night and you're playing a game, there's nothing more. You can either disagree or disagree. I'm not going to tell you how you shouldn't feel. There's nothing that could piss me off more than the person who is too cool to play the game.
I agree.
That was Dylan Carlino all night.
Can I tell you something?
All night.
I said
he
from the
didn't
beginning,
care at all.
I hate games. I don't want to play.
Don't come to game night.
I had
if
to.
you hate
I had
games.
to. I was asked like 4 times to come, and I was like, God, they're desperate for me to come. And so I came. But I want to say this about game night, and here's what people don't realize about game night, and it's so scary because like someone like our good friends are there. Like Matt has over the last, you both of you have become like good friends to me. I really think I so highly of both of you. And I've gone on the road with Matt. Matt goes on stage and he kills. He's so cool. He's so funny. And then you're at game night hearing him squeal. Look it up. You're wrong.
No, you know exactly what version of myself came out.
It's devastating because you go like, oh my God, my friend's a nightmare on game night.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, well, try being on a highway with him.
Well, one second. He's the worst driver. But inverse of each other. You really care about game night. Couldn't care less.
Yeah. So I actually brought you up in this setting because I brought up the time. I forget what was happening. I remember you were like sweeping the floor or something. You said something. I was like, technically that's not right or whatever. And you went, do you have to be right for fucking everything? And then I have really worked on that. And I don't
cut the air.
I don't do it as much. I genuinely don't. In like everyday conversation, I let a lot of things go. I don't need to be right. I don't want to argue all the time. We don't even do it on the podcast that much anymore.
We used to do it
all the time.
One time he pulled over on a highway and was yelling because I thought that person who's been boxing for 10 years would beat the shit out of somebody who's done jiu-jitsu for 1 year.
So that wasn't necessarily the argument.
And he pulled over on the highway.
I didn't pull over on the highway. I slammed my brakes in the middle of downtown. Yeah.
I want to clarify.
That was kind of like a rock bottom for me.
For sure.
But I don't do it as much anymore.
No, you don't.
But then,
you don't.
But then game night, when there's rules and things, I got a little crazy.
About game night?
I know you're not about to be vulnerable.
I know. I actually am.
You're about to be mean.
No, it isn't about you. It's about me. Genuinely, this is me.
He's gonna be so mean.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna be vulnerable. Is that I think part of what was going on as well is that I had been on a very strict diet prior to game night, and then when all of the food was left out and people's heads were turned, I was secretly breaking my diet. I think
you were eating those cookies Lily made. I know you were. They were good.
I'm not even joking. I think I might have had 7. I got to game night being like I'm on keto, and I left game night being like I had 7 cookies, and it was like I think I was on a sugar high and was feeling very like bitchy, and I was being negative at game night. And
I will say the dynamic, as much as I hated it, it was fun to be okay.
Like
I'm gonna go back on something.
I'm like
we were all playing roles at a certain point. When I felt like I had to counter your role, it became fun to be that.
Yeah, of course. We're all playing roles in our group dynamic. I have Lily next to me, who's like one of the meanest people I've ever met in my entire life, and I'm whispering nasty things about people in the room.
About me that I can hear out loud.
What are you doing? Are you in like? I don't even know why you wore that shirt. Is that what you're?
I think there was something about your appearance, but yeah, it's just. I think it's just fun. But
I didn't hear that one.
What's great about hanging out with Matt and riling Matt up, like. You kind of get like a little pissy about it, and that's what makes me want to do it more.
I know.
That you and were you so good?
When growing up, were you ever the butt of the joke though? I feel like you weren't. Is that like a newer thing you've had to learn to deal with as a comic? Because comics will go after everybody.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
No. I like when I was in high school, I was very in betweener of like there were like the cool kids. A lot of them were athletes, which I was, and I was a good athlete, so I was kind of friends with them. But there was a lot of like prom night. Cooper Black didn't even let me go to his party.
No,
like,
fucking
like
way,
that.
dude.
Yeah, so like,
that's
Where's
crazy.
Cooper at now, by the way?
So then there was the group of kind
Zach's
of like
cousin.
outcasty, kind of druggy, kind of whatever people, and I was friends with I was sort of friends with both. These people were kind of like, obviously you're not let in, so you're kind of the. I mean, my nickname was Fat Ross in high school.
True.
It wasn't like I wasn't the butt of the joke. But then there was a friend group in the other. There was a friend in the other group who was like legit just mean to like everybody.
Yeah.
And so he was mean to me. So I'm not. I know I'm not new to being the butt of the joke.
Yeah, because sometimes you see that with comics, so they don't wear it well.
Yeah.
Where they get actually mad. Growing up with red hair, you might as well have I might as well have been that had a target on my back the whole time.
I'm gay from Massachusetts. It's called thick skin.
Yeah.
I am gonna say though, I don't think anybody wears it more than you do when somebody does go across the line.
Yeah,
Like maybe I just know
you're
you
right.
really well.
No, I just get.
But like the other night in the green room when that person was like, "Oh, I noticed your new mustache. I hate it." And then you clap back so quick. I was like, that pissed Josh off.
Yeah,
Who?
Nat.
Yeah, we can say it.
Yeah,
Nat,
he said
something
said,
about his mustache, and then he immediately fired back at the earrings, and it was just very obvious that I was like, that actually got him.
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah. I will say that I do that. I do that.
Yeah.
But it's only when somebody says something that resonates.
Yeah.
Where
it's
I
only when
go,
somebody
where
says something
if
that's
somebody
real.
says something and I don't like it, it's fine. But if I kind of think there's truth to it, I get mad.
Yeah.
I never do.
I get mad.
I will tell
Because I go, how
guys-
long have you been waiting to say that?
Mm-hmm.
You know
I'll
what
tell
I
you
mean?
this. Here's the thing about like those types of insults is that you have to also balance it with like compliments prior, like. But
Yeah,
like,
right.
If I see if you have a haircut, I'll always mention like I never comment on things that people can't change. Like I would never be like I hate your mustache because like we're on camera and it's already here. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna
Like,
dye it soon.
I saw Severin the other night and he had his hat. I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, that hat looks like shit on you." And he was like, "What?" He goes, "What if I did backwards?" And I go, "I like it backwards." I go, "Keep it backwards." Tell him a couple hours later, still backwards. I go, "That's you just
No
list it."
way.
So you have to fix
Severin
it.
doesn't strike me as a hat backwards guy.
That's crazy.
But you have to do
that
it.
also speaks to the weight of a gay man telling you how you should dress.
Yeah.
Because they gave me shit about the tucked in t-shirt, which I don't really do, but where I was able to rest with peace, knowing that it was okay, was that you said that it looked good.
Gay guys told me in Orlando, Florida, gay guys told me not to wear tight jeans anymore. I threw
It
them
was
away.
Tampa, but yes, he
I
did
threw
throw
them
the
away.
jeans away.
I threw the jeans away.
Yeah,
I got bullied by gays.
You've heard that story, right?
Yeah. You have a fat ass. You can't have.
Yeah, it's
jeans
blood.
on.
It's blood in the water.
Yeah, it's blood in the water. I love saying that.
And ripped
Blood in the
jeans.
water.
Yeah.
I've lost all crushes in the Austin comedy scene.
Yeah.
There's no one. There's
No?
no one left. No one
There's
left.
got to be somebody that's gonna move in.
A new person will come.
Yeah, somebody's gonna move.
New players
You'll
will be
like them,
revealed.
and you'll have them on your podcast, and then you'll hate them.
Yeah, and then they'll go on stage
You know-
and just bomb.
You know what
Yeah.
you know what I love about your podcast that I was telling Ariel about it, and it was like you'll let people bomb, which is so funny to me.
What do you mean?
Like I feel like on our podcast, if somebody says something that's not funny, I try to do courtesy laughs. I go, it's more entertaining. You guys do not do that at all, and I love the fact that you'll take your episodes where people bombed and you go on the Patreon.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
actually
it's
haven't
so
had
fu-
one in a while. We for a while would let people really bomb. We try to save episodes a little bit now because it's a lot of. We're releasing so many episodes.
Yeah, you
now
can't. You have to
that,
keep
like,
up the workflow.
Yeah, and you know what's scary is that now the people will listen to some episodes and they go, "Should have been a Lost Boy." This is Lost Boy energy. It's and then
No,
we
like
just have
in
like
the
a
comments.
Yeah, we just have like a famous comic on, and every comment is like, "Why isn't this a Lost Boy?" It's like he has like 1 million followers.
That's
It's not gonna be a
crazy.
Lost Boy.
Yeah,
that's
hey, this
crazy.
is gonna get us 15,000 plays in the first hour.
Yeah.
That's why.
Speaking
It's,
of, I was actually just in a place where I was with one of your like a OG Lost Boy episodes with somebody, and the energy was weird between us, and I saw this person multiple times throughout the entire week, and I never once said hello.
I know exactly who it was.
Of course you
'cause
do.
I saw the lineup on it, and I'm that person. I feel like we'll probably write an article about us one day.
They will, and I'll probably be in it somehow.
somebody mouth the word. Go like this and mouth it.
I don't think
I wouldn't even know him.
You would
Type
know.
it, type it,
You
text
would,
it,
you would
or
know,
show.
but I don't know. That
I'm
you'll-
interested now. I'm super interested. I like gossip.
I think about that a lot
realized-
because that was our original.
That was the OG Lost Boy.
Yeah, that was the OG Lost Boy, and it was. I really do believe that was like a.
Oh, I don't even know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and I that was the OG.
But they
Lost.
also didn't reply to my message when I went, hey, I think I'm going to come to Tennessee. Could I do some? Oh, whoops.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
But no, that was the OG Lost Boy, and I always think about that. That was like that
will
was
keep going.
Also, Colton and I have been through so many different iterations of our podcast where
Yeah.
it was like we with that specific one had just only been podcasting with people in Austin who knew us. So we were saying whatever we wanted, and then and there was just a miscommunication of what we were going to talk about. And like we said, not everybody can play fight like that.
Yeah, I don't think that it's a. It's also bothersome when a comic comes on and is like, you shouldn't, and it's like, what are we taking a stance on and for why? When it comes to certain things I understand, but also like specifically like your format, it's like it's fun. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
but we've also come in, and I'm sure you guys have too, where it's like, and I always listen to, if I'm going on somebody's podcast, I'll listen to like an episode just to kind of know what I'm getting myself into.
homework.
I do just because I want to, especially if it has like ratings. I'm like, I want to do well on this.
Yeah.
But
We also don't do big podcasts though. For the record, I've only done
Yeah.
like one podcast bigger than mine.
yeah, I don't know. I just but,
And it's yours.
but people just sometimes people will come in who do bigger podcasts than mine.
Yeah.
And they just go like, "What is this?" And you're like, "You're ruining this for yourself."
Right.
Yeah. Well, I also don't think because there are bigger podcasts in the world, and sometimes when you have a person on that might have been a part of that, they don't realize the like rabid fan base that you have. Like they don't understand the upside to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
so,
like 5,000 gay guys are gonna follow you on Instagram. So why don't you act up?
and they might come to your shows.
Yeah,
and take pictures of you, just you, not with them, not with you.
That was
but
they
just
told
them.
us they were gonna do that prior. I'm gonna get a picture of Matt Ross for the Discord.
Do you have the photo?
Have I talked about this on the podcast?
I don't think so. I can pull it up.
Pull that photo up, please, because you told me offline, but I don't think.
Yeah, well, so when I did my show in Nashville, there were a couple people that are Some of This Is Bad fans or discovered me through that, and one specifically came up to me and was like, "Can I take a picture? I found you from Some of This Is Bad. Great." It was being really nice. They're like, "Can I take a picture?" And I was like, "Yeah, get on in here." And he's like, "Oh no, I'll just take it of you," and just took a picture of me solo.
That's
And
so
I
humiliating.
did Dylan's finger pops thing, and then afterwards I was like, "That was humiliating." Just a picture of me
It's
by
not a
myself.
bad photo, though.
No, it's not. It's fine. And I was
Well,
trying
it
to
is
be
fun-
I
it
was
is
trying to
funny.
be playful with it, but it was. And I mean, listen.
You know how insecure I would
He gave
get?
me money for a sticker. He paid for it. He paid to see me.
Someone wrote, "This is the guy who took the picture of you." Because we have a Discord for This Is Bad where they all talk to each other and like post their dick pics. And he goes, "I'm seeing Matt Ross's set tonight. I wonder if he'll do a meet and greet. If so, what questions should I ask him?" And immediately someone goes, "Ask him why he lost his sparkle." And then someone said, "I told him he had created a Horcrux to protect his sparkle." Yeah, they're all sick.
Yeah, but that was the I've never.
Oh, but he said this. He's way hotter in person too. Make sure to check out his show if he's in your town.
That's
They're
great.
promoting.
There you go.
Not funny, but it's it's good. Like it's nice. It's nice.
You can't have everything, man.
I know,
You can't.
I know.
That is an excellent stand-up comedian. If you listen to this podcast, you
Shut
already know.
up,
You already
shut
know.
up. I know, it's
We've been
fine.
podcasting for 2 hours. What's going on?
We need to get. We need
Do
to
you
get.
guys have a segment or an ender?
Of course we don't have
No,
segments.
what do you think? You think we put effort into this?
Which one of us would you rather fuck? We thought about this all on our own.
Well,
We'll do you. We'll
okay.
And,
Let's do this.
if you say Matt, it hurts my feelings from physical because it's probably more physical. Or wait, what is your thing? Your thing is you don't like it when because of your personality, you don't like it.
Yeah,
Because that's
no.
what I answered and you got offended.
I
And
would
went,
like to say I chose Dylan.
I
but
chose
it was
Dylan,
because
too.
you talked about the suck shack for
Yeah.
for
Well, I
quite
talked
a while.
about-
That really does get people.
Yeah, of course it does.
But
Yeah, let's break down the question.
okay, if I would have sex, which one of you I would rather have sex with? Okay, that's crazy. Probably because I top, and I would pick Josh because he's small. He's got that fat ass.
Yeah.
So I would just dog Josh's like fucking like, ginger ass out. I'd be like banging him the fuck out. And also it's like Matt's hot, but you just know he has a flat ass. And so it's like
You got a Hank Hill ass.
I've got to
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that's not true.
I'm sure. Okay,
not true.
but like
I
he's
don't
got a
have
fucking,
I don't have that.
and
though.
I'm topping. You know what I mean? Like,
I've
and
got a
also,
pretty normal
Here's the
ass.
thing about guys like me and Matt. It's like you don't realize this because you don't hook up with men. It's like 6'5", 6'5", and 6'5". You know what I mean? Like it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot of.
Josh
limbs.
is like a fucking spinner. I'd put him on there, fucking spin him like a dreidel on my cock.
You're Jewish now. How do you feel about that? He didn't.
Thank you guys so much for listening. You know what?
We should just clip that out. Just clip,
You weren't taking that way.
clip Dylan being like, I would rail Josh's ginger
It's so.
hole.
By the way, I can't believe more people aren't having fun with our question on our podcast because that was so fun to answer.
Yeah. Well, I think.
What are the pros and cons versus what are the pros of fucking Matt though? Because you went over the pros.
I don't ever see a world where I fuck Matt. Maybe we like jerk off in the same room at the same time, but I don't see us fucking.
Really? Now, what is that? Is that a compatibility thing? Is it a competition? You don't want to be the one that it's like almost like you lose.
I think it's obvious. I think it's because I lost my sparkle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not there for me anymore.
Yeah.
You know, Matt's just one of the boys.
Yeah. Whereas you are one of the boys, but you also have a fat ass that Dylan would tear up.
Yeah.
I'm also
That you love showing off too. You walk on stage, you go, look at my fat ass. I got an anterior pelvic tilt.
I got anterior pelvic tilt. I got on stage. My ass just got here.
Yeah.
I came in the room. My butt. I just sat down. You know what? My
So you can find me at Dylan P. Carlino and follow my podcast. Some of this is about. Are you guys wanting to continue going? Because I think it's been an hour and a half.
It's been an
it's
hour,
an hour and 12 minutes,
Oh,
and
okay.
but you know what? We can get out of here if you
have
want.
somewhere to be.
Sorry,
Like,
no, I just have to
chill
pee
out,
really
dude.
bad.
Yeah,
What does the P stand for? You should do.
My middle name?
Yeah, but you don't have to
Peter.
disclose it quick.
Potter.
Potter.
Yeah. Well,
Peter Potter.
Well, you know what? The guy who has Dylan Carlino on Instagram, say it with me, 213 followers, has nothing going on. I've asked him for it. He was like wanting money for it.
How much?
I asked.
Disclose.
I didn't want to give him anything because it's like, fuck you, man. You know what I mean? Just give it. He's like, well, I like having it.
And
for what?
also-
He doesn't post.
And also, you could very well send him money, and he could just be like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I was, I'm not going to give him money for it, but whatever. I don't know.
why not just like, I know this, like Dylan Carlino comedy, something like that.
Somebody did that to me on RuneScape. I tried to have the name Ginger, and somebody already took it, and I messaged them, and they wanted $5 bill, and I said, "Suck my fucking suck both of my balls."
I've had Dylan P. Carlino
Similar.
for so. I didn't catch anything you said, but I. I wasn't listening. I was thinking about my thing, but. I don't know what to do.
I don't know.
Dylan P. Carlino is totally fine. You'll be the first person that pops up. You can always go Dylan Carlino comedy. Do you not like that though?
No, it's also the same on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah,
keep it.
I
already.
had the same thing happen early on. I looked up, and Matt Ross is another same thing, guy with a couple hundred followers, but he has like a YouTube channel that he's doing, but he doesn't really post all that much. But I ended up changing it to Matt Ross Comic, and it's like, yeah, when people go to look you up, if they saw you and they remember your name and they know that you're a comedian, that's what they'll look up. And I've been on many people's phone, like after shows, I'll watch them type in Matt, and when they get to Matt like R, I'm usually one of the top ones, which feels good.
Yeah. And if you Google Josh Francis, a giant black guy who played for the Packers pops up. So
Now that's
Really,
cool.
that is cool.
That's cool.
yeah.
I'm the only Dylan Carlino.
That's nice because there is a fairly famous actor named Matt Ross too.
Yeah,
But
that's
and
tough.
there's about to be
okay.
two.
I don't know if I'm ever going to be a famous actor.
I want to
but-
be an actor so bad. I want to act in a war movie. That's why I'm trying to get I want to get a nice body, and I've been breathing through my nose because I want to fix my jaw. I've been mewing because I want to act in a war movie. I want to be a guy that I'll probably get killed in the war movie. I'm gonna be honest. That's probably my role. But I also want some screen time and like a
You're not
war
the
movie.
hero.
No, I'm not the
but
hero.
you need to get annoying guy like 3 rows back who's always talking. Everyone's like, oh fuck
it. And then I get
fucking Josh.
And then I
then
get
you-
shot, and then it's
and they're-
devastating.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
You're
one
the
of them-
annoying, lovable guy
Yeah.
who gets killed.
And then the machine
they're
gunner
all-
goes into a frenzy, of course, and he gets killed, and so it's like I actually killed 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for checking out the Friendly Fire
it's over?
podcast.
What?
Yeah,
Can be.
It can be. I don't know. I mean, we've got 15 minutes. I mean, we can do. I mean, what time is it?
Can I pee?
Well,
if you're
would you
gonna
have to get out of
pee,
here?
I
then
gotta
it's crazy.
get ready for the next
He's
one.
got to get ready for the next one. Well, thank you guys so much.
Please,
Follow
thank you so
Dylan.
much.
Follow Some of This Is Bad. I'll be on an episode soon.
Yeah, you're coming filming today.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's
A
crazy.
lot of podcasting.
A lot of
today.
podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Well,
All right.
Thank you
Well,
guys.
thank you guys.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.